Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to my channel. I am Shanti and in this video we're going to talk about time restricted eating. Now what is it in the first place? It means that you're going to eat only for a certain period of time during the day and the rest of the time you're going to fast. Now why is it required? It has a host of health benefits starting from reducing your weight, and it also helps conditions like diabetes, fatty liver and cholesterol. Now one thing needs to be understood that this is not a one-stop solution for every health problem you have, but it is a good starting point to start focusing on your health. It is a slightly easier step that you can take to start on your health journey. Personally, I have been doing time restricted eating for over a year now, and I was able to see two major advantages in my experience. The very first thing is weight management. Now, I have a problem with weight fluctuations. Whatever is the condition of my life right now, that would reflect on my weight. If I was going through a bad time, then my weight would increase, and if I was going through good times, then my weight would come back to normal. Now, I don't have that problem. However, my life it is not reflecting on my weight because time restricted eating is sort of taking care of that weight part. So it is like one burden is reduced. Now the second advantage that I saw is a reduction in digestive issues. Now I had a severe problem with acid reflux. Now what happens with acid reflux is that when you have too much of it, your throat will be inflamed, inviting a lot of infections, so you will be sick more often. So I used to suffer from cough and sore throat often. So I had to take a pentacid every day to keep the problem in control. Now that problem is also one major thing that I could solve along with an increased water intake. So this is what I have seen in my experience, but I do understand that this experience may vary from person to person. But one thing is for certain, everybody will get some or the other benefit from time restricted eating. Now, in order to do time restricted eating, the very first question is how many hours should you fast and what counts as fasting and what doesn't count as fasting. Now, you can do anywhere between 12 to 16 hours. But for women on an Indian diet, I recommend that you do only for 12 to 14 hours, not more than 14 hours. I'm talking about the fasting window. So that means you're going to have an eating window of 12 hours or 10 hours. So you don't have to miss any meals even during a 10-hour period, because you can have the first meal, that is the breakfast, on hour 1, let us say. Then after 4 to 5 hours you can have the second meal, and after 4 hours again you can have the third meal. So you don't have to miss any meals. Now what counts as fasting and what doesn't count as fasting? Even the smallest meal doesn't count as fasting. That means in your fasting window, even if you're eating a biscuit, then that doesn't come under fasting. You're breaking your fast. So you have to be careful as to not eat any kind of meal during your fasting window. The three things I majorly receive a doubt about is water, beverage and alcohol. So do these three come under fasting or not? Water is safe. You can have any amount of water at any time of the day, but beverage and alcohol are not going to count as fasting. So you have to have them in your eating window only. Alright, so that small cup of chai that you have right in the morning, which is, if it is outside your fasting window, then it is spoiling your fasting. What if you have to have alcohol during a party late at night? Then make sure that the next morning you are eating late so that you are completing your 12-hour or 14-hour fast. If you want to know more about fasting and how to do it more appropriately, then you can read a book called Complete Guide to Fasting by Fung. He also has a YouTube channel. You can check out his content. You will definitely get more information about how to do fasting appropriately. And of course, you can always drop me a DM on my Instagram and I will reply back at the earliest. That is all for today's video. Thank you for hanging out until now. If you like the video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe and comment.